Only the fairy would come today. Oh! Thank you, kind fairy. You're really here.
Let's begin! Deracine is a story-driven adventure game. It takes place in a secluded boarding school that has kids who are gradually becoming aware of the presence of a fairy. You actually play as this fairy and must help the kids with many tasks. You are invisible and time is frozen all around you, which allows you to see key events that occur at the same time with each child. To navigate your way around the school, you can only use snap turning and teleportation. Teleportation is quite limited, as you're only allowed to move to places that the game has set for you. These appear as blue markers. If something of importance is in the world, and you teleport to it, you will snap to it. This allows you to rotate around it and take a good look from every angle. You are able to crouch in the game, so the game is fully playable seated. There was only a few times when I had to sit up and reach forward to grab an object. The game does require 2 move controllers to play, which represent your ghost-like hands. Grabbing objects allows you to take a closer look at them. No physics are found on the objects though, which does break the immersion slightly. On all of the objects and documents you can press a button to show information about it. There's not too much text to read for each thing, but doing so is a must, as sometimes they give you hints on what to do next. Your main aim as the fairy is to help the children. You find out what they need you to do by listening to their voiceovers. These are heard when you touch a glowing orb. All of the voiceovers are performed very well and clearly show the emotions the kids are going through.
What a nice little fairy. I hope you like your spot so much you stay forever, ever.
What? The bookmark I had here has gone. No, I must have left it upstairs.
Some of these orbs are hidden and only appear when you interact with an object that is found nearby or actually on the kid. The game does hold your hand quite a bit. Characters often say exactly what they need and sometimes even where to find it. And if you already have a task, you can always be reminded of it again by looking at your pocket watch. When you obtain a key item for a kid, it will be automatically placed in your inventory. You can then grab it from there again and give it to the correct child. Doing this sometimes makes the kids become animated briefly, which shows you how you have affected them. Although you are invisible and the kids shouldn't be able to see you, their eyes still look a bit dead inside. Often, it doesn't even appear that they are even focusing on things in the world around them. It's only a minor complaint though, as the character models are greatly detailed. The story takes place over the course of different dates and times. I really don't want to give too many details away, as it would ruin it. Just know that it's an easy to follow story, and has twists and turns as you manipulate time and space. The beginning is very calm and relaxing, which is boosted even more so by the classical music that is constantly playing. It fits the setting absolutely perfectly. The school really does have so much detail and everything is very sharp and clear through the headset. Light shines through windows and bricks near the roof of the house appear damp due to a slight shine on them. When it's night time and the sun isn't out, the house does have a whole new feel to it. Exploring the halls can be quite creepy. It really is a great example of how you can set a different mood with excellent use of lighting. The textures really are perfect and overall it really is one of the best looking places I've visited in a VR game. The depth is also amazing, whether you're looking out into the forest in the distance, or looking down at the ground from the top of a building. Your height is so well perceived that it can make your heart drop a little when looking over the edge of the roof. The school is quite large, but not every room is open from the start. Doors open on different days. A door that was closed in the past might be open in the future, and vice versa. You have a pocket watch that lets you travel to these different days and times, but doing so is quite linear. Although you can bring up this watch at any time, you are not able to travel in time whenever you want. You go to these different times when the game allows it, which is when you have completed all the tasks for the kids on that certain day, and the story needs to progress. Each new day requires you to search most of the school again to find out what the kids have been up to. It can be a little annoying, but it's not too long of a process. thanks to the game's quick teleportation system. The game does have collectibles that come in the form of coins. There are 8 of these hidden around the school and must be picked up and then placed into a box to be collected. I'm not sure what happens when all 8 are collected, as I couldn't find them all, but I do know that there isn't a trophy related to them. I'm not going to be showing the game's trophies because a lot of them are foreseen events in the story. It really would be a shame to spoil them, and I advise you don't peek at them until completing the game. I did, and it did ruin a little surprise for me. All of these trophies will unlock during one playthrough, so this is an easy platinum up for grabs. Overall, I absolutely loved most of the 4.5 hours it took to beat the game, but I was let down a little by the final act. There is a lot of time travelling in these closing moments, which story-wise is necessary, and some parts are well thought out, but it did start to bore me slightly, due to having to watch the same animation play out and frequent loading screens. The ending just wasn't as impactful as I would have liked with such a big build up. This game is brought to us by the same guys who made Bloodborne and the Dark Souls series. The only thing that appears a little similar to them games is the character models. Gameplay wise, it's obviously not the same at all. Unfortunately, we are still waiting for a AAA developer to come in and really revolutionise VR gaming, but this game is mostly a very high quality experience nonetheless. To be honest, there wasn't a whole lot they could have messed up in this game, considering the game has very little gameplay elements. I'm truly a bit torn with this game. I was completely engaged for most of my time with it, and the visuals are absolutely stunning, but the ending just left me feeling a little let down. If anyone has found all of the 8 coins in the game, could you please leave a comment saying whether or not they are worth collecting? As always, if you enjoyed this review, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more PlayStation VR content.